lot of excitement for Seattle Sounders fans tonight. Why? A 2-0 win against the Galaxy. In fact, the first ever MLS win in the Seattle area for the Sounders since they came into the league several years ago. The Galaxy had been on quite a run coming here to the Seattle area, but that comes to an end, and so too does their 3-match unbeaten streak. Cobi Jones, Mark Rogondino here with you. Cobi, looking to go in the right direction tonight, maybe make it 4 matches unbeaten. The Galaxy, as I just said, had success here in the Emerald City. It went everywhere but that direction here tonight.
Well, exactly. It was very unfortunate. I mean, they did make a lot of changes, and they were prepared to try to come out and give a lot of energy and have a good game here. Unfortunately, things didn't go their way for the first 45, and definitely not in the second half and the second 45.
Speaking of that first 45, let's take a look at it and see how it unfolded. Some chances for the Galaxy, but as you said during our broadcast, really half chances for LA.
Exactly. There was no really clean opportunities at goal, good clean looks. There's all these half chances, glancing headers, a little bit of stuff being cleared, but for Seattle, a lot of opportunities early on, which was just telling us what was to come.
Unfortunately, Bill Gaudette was able to come up with several spectacular saves, but then in the 40th minute, that is when Seattle finally breaks through.
Exactly. You see here, you see Eddie Johnson getting up and getting in between 2 players where no one steps up to him and says, I'm going to take this responsibility, and he puts the ball in the side netting.
Oh, break it down right there real quickly for us. You talk about the 2 players defending. You had David Lopez sitting in front of Eddie Johnson. Then you had AJ De Garza on the backside. So in theory, they had the bracket, but just not tight enough, correct?
Exactly. There's just no communication. One of them has to step up and say, I'm going to take this man. You would prefer AJ being the person that actually sees the whole play to actually step forward and try to get in front of him, or at least maybe give a little bit of a body so he doesn't have a clean header on goal.
So despite trailing 1-0, Bruce Arena and the Galaxy back into the locker room to regroup and head out for the second half, but it was more of the same. A lot of pressure from the Sounders, and they get the second goal just 3 minutes into the second half.
Well, exactly. And you see this is a blistering shot by Fredy Montero, but for me, in this situation, you have no one stepping to him. He has a clear path. He could actually dribble another 15 yards if he wanted to.
We've seen Montero with the ability to hit from distance, and that was certainly a marquee goal from the Colombian striker. The Galaxy would bring in some substitutions, including here Mike McGee, but still they could not find that final touch to put one past the goalkeeper.
Well, you see finally, as some of the veterans came in, a little bit of connection and know-how, you started to see the flow of the play start to go in the Galaxy's favor.
A glance at your final stats, Galaxy did win back some of the possession through most of their second half play. Yellow cards just one handed out by Hilario Grajeda on the night. That went to Marcelo Sarvas, and shots even 15 apiece for the 2 clubs, but the Sounders shots on goal one better than LA. The lone category they Galaxy had an advantage was 4-1 on corner kicks throughout the course of the 90 minutes of play here at CenturyLink Field. So the Galaxy will just put this one behind them, obviously. They'll turn their attention to the New York Red Bulls. And for a player, you've been in this situation several times. So maybe not several times during your playing career. You like to not think about those times, but how easy is it to turn the page?
Well, I really think right now that the Galaxy is going to have, the players are going to have an easier time because, like you said earlier in the broadcast, it is somewhat of an excuse, but they're going to say, hey, well, we didn't have all our players. There was turf, so now we're getting back to home in a comfortable situation, playing on grass, and they'll be ready to go once they have their full squad ready to go and play.
So 2 goals on the night for the Seattle Sounders, and in fact, my partner Cobi Jones will break down both of those goals for you. We turn now to the telestrator and an opportunity to see how each of them unfolded. Let's go with the first one in the 40th minute.
What we see here, it all starts as the ball goes wide, and once again, what we see, no one stepping up here, and then you see the free man as our defenders. No one comes forward here to Eddie Johnson. This is the key guy, and this ball comes in. It's dangerous as we keep going with this. No one steps up. A free cross comes in. No one stepping to Eddie Johnson, so he has a free header at the penalty spot. You can't have that with a quality striker like Eddie Johnson. And then we see in the second half, the second goal. As we stop here, you see, once again, defenders going away from the ball. Everyone's dropping off. These players, 1, 2, step, put some pressure, make them lay that ball off. You can't allow them to dribble forward and have a clean shot of a quality and caliber player like Fredy Montero, because he will strike that, as we saw, and put it in the upper V.
I guess in a sense, though, you have to give a little bit of credit to Fredy Montero with the way he put a laser into the upper corner to beat Bill Gaudet.
Well, yeah, I'm going to give him credit. I mean, just hitting the shot like that is great. But I would still like to see someone from the Galaxy, you know, it seemed to be the situation for the night. Get close. Bruce Arena even said it. Get close to players and close people down.
It was a couple of firsts on the night. Mauro Rosales with his first assist of the season on the first goal, and then Montero his first goal of 2012. All right, next home game, Galaxy play host to the New York Red Bulls this Saturday, May the 5th. Note that early start time, 5 p.m. Go to LAGalaxy.com for your tickets. Get out there and support the Galaxy. Help them get back in the win column, back to 500 on the record. For Cobi Jones, my name is Mark Rogondino, your final from Seattle, 2-0. This is Galaxy in 5.